Hey guys, Krisha here. Please be cautious of any fake comments and emails you may receive from people pretending to be Mango Research. Sean and I will never, ever contact you for investment opportunities or anything of that sort. To get in touch with the real Mango team, make sure to join our official Discord chat using the link in the description below. Stay safe out there, and remember, do it Mango.
Good morning, guys. My name is Sean Dexter, and I welcome you back to the Mango Grove on this beautiful Valentine Monday. Bitcoin, in fact, the entire crypto market giving us a nice red Valentine Day. And hey, I have the Valentine herself with me over here. Krisha, say hi.
And what's up, you guys? Welcome to the Mango Grove, and hey, happy Monday to each and every one of you.
And happy Valentine's Day as well. I got spoiled on Valentine's Day. I got pampered by Krisha herself. I hope you guys got pampered too, because we have a lot to talk about this week. I need your full attention. This video is going to be one of those educational videos. We're going to be talking about Cardano. We're going to be talking about Ethereum, and we're going to be talking about Bitcoin, and we're going to be talking about how they all interrelate to each other, and what I have been doing with my positions, how I have been managing my portfolio. And hey, it's going to be one of the longer ones. So any thoughts before we start, Krisha?
No, let's dive right in.
All right, but before we dive in, actually, I do want to give a shout out, a massive shout out actually, to Usman. Now, I'm not going to take his entire name, and I'm not going to show the Telegram, even though I'd really wish I could show it, but there's some private information he shared with me over here. And Krisha, Usman, all right, who started the seed program around a year ago, is now a professional prop trader.
Oh, get out.
Yep, he got
That's
funded.
awesome.
Yeah, he got funded by a prop firm. He messaged me with his certificate of completion and certificate of challenge completion specifically. He said, your course has laid the foundation and built on it for me to get to this point. Now, I'm going to go ahead and read out what the certificate says, because this is so core of what Mango is all about, right? Especially Mango Seed. It says here, Usman has passed all the trading objectives, which proves rigid discipline. By succeeding the challenge, the trader has very clearly demonstrated perfect money management and quality of risk management. And that's what I mean by this is so core of what Seed is about, right? We start off by teaching in very simple terms how important risk management is, how important the game theory behind all of it is, and then we circle back having a huge module, 5.5 hours long actually, on just risk management. And honestly, that's all you guys really need. Perfect your freaking risk management strategy, and everything comes after that. So Krisha, he was awarded $100,000 in his account. He was funded rather with $100,000 because he was able to pass that challenge. And Usman, that's only the beginning, buddy. You start off with a $100,000 account, and soon, before you know it, actually, you'll be trading $1 million account size, and nothing changes, right? Nothing changes in terms of what you do, your trading strategy, your risk, everything stays the same. It only gets into your mind at that point, and you got to battle your mind, because yes, your trade size, your nominal size increases, but in terms of risk, nothing changes. And because you probably use the risk management from Seed, they were able to recognize that you can actually scale your strategy. So good stuff, man. Krisha, any thoughts?
Boom, Usman. Like, freaking massive congratulations on that.
Yep.
This is how you take it and you apply it. This is something that will always be, people can apply their trading skills, well, forever, because this is what human psychology. And that's the most amazing part about markets.
All right, and we are back. We did lose internet connection for a little bit, but it looks like we are back online. Krisha, are you here?
I am here and ready to go.
So Krisha, I do have Cardano up over here on the daily time frame. I do want to switch on over to the weekly, and let's start now with giving you guys a rather brief overview of what I have done with my positions. Okay, so Cardano, Ethereum, and Bitcoin is what we're going to be discussing in today's video. In terms of Cardano, I have taken profits at the $1 region over here, because hey, well, this was the major target that we were talking about the last time that I did a Cardano video. I was looking for this massive move all the way from the 38 cent region to this $1 zone, right? Now I've taken profits, but not taken all of my profits. I've taken only partial profits. I am still in more than 50% of my trade. That's what I've done with Cardano, okay? I'm still bullish on Cardano. In terms of Ethereum, it's a different story. I am way, way, way less bullish on Ethereum. Over the past week, I've been actually getting a little bit more bearish on Ethereum against Bitcoin, all right? So I've been looking at the BTC chart. I'm not a fan of that. As you guys know, in the Mango Grove and Mango Seed, I've been talking about how and where I've been selling my ETH into Bitcoin. And in terms of Bitcoin, I'm in my entire position, okay? So Cardano, taken some profits. Ethereum, I've been getting out of it like very, very heavily and getting into Bitcoin with those with all of those profits per se. And with Bitcoin, I haven't made any changes whatsoever.
So what are you looking at, like, in terms of, so what is kind of keeping you basically, you know, giving you that inclination that, hey, you know what, Ethereum is looking a lot weaker than Cardano, because I believe that's what you're trying to say here, right?
Yes, essentially. So this is more of a portfolio reallocation thing going on over here. With Cardano, I've taken some profits into USD, and I'm using that USD to again allocate into Bitcoin as well. And we'll be talking about that as well in the Cardano section. But in terms of Ethereum, I am not liking the BTC chart, and you will see the difference in today's video when we look at Cardano's BTC chart relative to Ethereum's BTC chart. All right. Okay, so let's get started, Krisha, with the USD time frame. I have the weekly time frame over here up. Now, overhead resistance is very, very obvious, right? We had marked out the dollar region all the way up to $1.40. Towards the downside, the level I have on my chart is around 38 cents, but there is a level right over here that we can mark out on the weekly. The zone over here, this cluster bear flag, all the way back from around Jan 2018. We can go ahead and mark it out and just draw it as a zone now, because Cardano has made a massive move, and we've come and tested it to the T. The top of the box was at 68 cents. Do you see that?
Yes, sirree. That's exactly what I have.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so it does look like Cardano has seen resistance at the dollar level, found weekly support today, I believe, at the 68-cent level. Now, that would have been a good region to be a buyer on these dips. And now, Kusha, this is what I do want to emphasize, right? When you look at the weekly time frame over here, everything looks really, really good. Like, you can't get bearish on the markets just yet. Looking for pullbacks is completely fine, and Ethereum gave us that sign, and we'll talk about that soon. But getting completely bearish and looking for downtrends against USD, I'm not sure about that.
Yes, neither am I, and that's the thing, right? We're already sort of established that we are in a bull market. Like, I'll be expecting these USD trends to hold.
Yep, exactly. And we have weekly support over here at 68 cents. Cardano seems to be respecting it. The dynamic which Cardano has literally been accumulating on ever since since December, right? Held it. It's coming in, Krisha, only at around 47 cents. So I'm gonna just mark that out as a level, and I want to see if we have confluence of that on the lower time frames. Let's switch to the daily now, Krisha, on Cardano USDT.
Okay.
And okay, so this is where again you're seeing the daily dynamic lining up sorta with the weekly level. The day dynamic, Krisha, is coming in at 77 cents. Do you have any horizontal? Because I know you do have horizontals underneath, but I'm not sure whether it's...
So my next horizontal is basically the wick. So the wick that we just recently got, and we got picked up quite swiftly on it. So that's coming in at 67 cents. So that's even what you have, right? But that's my most immediate region. And I mean, we saw Cardano actually get supported like just in the past couple of hours. And that's it. But the thing is that the dynamic is proving to be a really, really good sort of reference point. Because one thing to note, I mean, it's still green. Now, I have mentioned this to many of the people. So every time I did my Cardano video, when I last spoke to you guys about Cardano, I told you how I built my position off of the dynamic and just by using resistance. So as soon as price took out resistance, I noticed that the dynamic turned green as well. And I just took a trade on that. And I think it's a brilliant reference point so far.
And you're seeing the strength over here too, testing the weekly support and defending the daily levels too. This is what I mean, guys. Like, when the chart is beautiful, I I will be a follower of the coin, right? As long as the chart is looking great, I will be a lover of Cardano. Similar with when Chainlink was freaking gorgeous for those months and months, years actually. So now, Kusha, we're gonna go ahead and look at the 12-hour time frame. Just before, the 12-hour. Wow, this is Kusha. 12-hour. Turn on the dynamic. I'm not sure whether you still have it on.
No, I have it on. I've been playing it on the dynamics, so it's the only thing I have on right now.
Okay, so this is really interesting. I'm really liking the 12-hour on a lot of altcoins, the 12-hour dynamic. And again, I can't believe this is going to get defended. I looked at this earlier today. I was like, all right, it's finally going to lose the 12-hour dynamic, then perhaps grind on the daily dynamic and lose that as well, right? But again, I'm not convinced just yet. This could just be a retest of the dynamic. We have taken out some significant lows, but we've tested a weekly level here at 69 cents already. So the test that we needed to get, we already got it. It got bought back. And if we defend this now over here at 83 cents, Krisha, that's like, okay, we have 4 hours and 50 minutes to go before we confirm that. But this is really strong, right? And again, now, Krisha, what I want to switch on over to is Cardano on the Bitcoin pairing. And specifically, we'll start with the weekly. And then you'll see the difference really between Cardano and Ethereum, and why I stayed in my Cardano position while I was selling my Ethereum into Bitcoin. Okay, so RWBTC on the weekly time frame. Okay, now this is where you guys might get a little bit. This is actually, I really like this. Okay. People might get a little bit scared in that we do have a massive wick, and this does look like a wick rejection. In fact, Krisha, we've come up and tested the zone that we were looking at. Now, we marked out the zone weeks ago, all the way at 2,000 Satoshi. Do you see that?
Yes, sirree.
Yeah. So we wicked into it, got rejected, but we closed green. We closed pretty well. And if you look at the horizontal coming in at 1,760 Satoshi, Krisha, we closed right underneath it, right? Now, if we had closed far deeper underneath that, and it was, and we don't consider the fact that it's a bull market, that would have been bearish. But we closed green, we closed right underneath it, and especially against the Bitcoin pairing, to me, that is still a good look. That's still a good look. We are holding key levels. We did good in breaking the 1,500 Satoshi level, right? Retested that and stayed above it. Do you see what I'm looking for?
Yeah.
And now again, Krisha, look at the Bitcoin pairing. Where did we come down and test this week? 1,005. Exactly. Yeah. So we're holding that, showing strength against that. What does it show? It shows grinding against a major level, which is this level right over here, 1,742 Satoshi. We're putting in a bullish consolidation against that. And we can see that now. And we're going to see that strength on the lower time frames to the mid time frames. Now, let's switch to the daily time frame. And you're going to see how we've been holding the daily dynamic this entire time. And it looks like, at least as of right now, we're about to hold it one more time. Wicked on over to the weekly level, just like what the USD pairing is doing. But the Bitcoin pairing is also doing that. Do you see it?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this?
It's looking really good. Cardano is looking really, really good right now, especially with this recent buyback. So we actually saw price get down to those lower sort of regions of support, right? And these are not just any regions of support. These are like macro regions of support. And we saw the same thing on Cardano USD. And the buyback has been freaking phenomenal. Like, it's been so bullish. And I really like that. And you're right. I think now this is the first time today I'm actually looking at the Cardano BTC chart. And damn, this buyback is pretty freaking spectacular.
Exactly.
And I sort of agree with you there. I think this may actually be looking stronger than Ethereum.
In my opinion, it's been looking stronger than Ethereum for a while now, and we're going to see that very, very soon. Again, I want to highlight Cardano BTC. Ever since it retook the dynamic all the way, Krisha, over here, 5th of Jan, okay? We retook it. We started trending against it, right? Then we flipped from purple to green. We've never looked back. We've been holding it. And this is just, regardless of whether you guys took your position back then, okay? Regardless of whether you guys took your position back then, you can look at all of the price history, all the price action, look at what Cardano is doing today, and then you can make a decision. Hey, with this dip, do I want to be buying Ethereum or do I want to be buying Cardano? You can see yesterday we wicked against the dynamic and we held it. Now, guys, let's compare this look to Ethereum's chart on the Bitcoin pairing. And you guys will see why I've been bearish on Ethereum against Bitcoin. We lost the dynamic. We grinded against it, lost it on the 8th of Feb. And this is where I was like, guys, this is not looking good. In fact, it started looking a little ugly to me a while ago because I was looking at the 12-hour time frame as well. But on the daily too now, we lost the dynamic. And that's when I started selling my Bitcoin selling my Ethereum into Bitcoin on every test of the dynamic. So we got one test, and each time we came closer and closer to it, I was selling more and more of my Ethereum into Bitcoin, because compared to Cardano as well, right, you're not seeing strength in Ethereum against Bitcoin. So why should I be in this altcoin, right? So I started reducing my allocation and putting it back into Bitcoin hardcore over the past few days. I'm going to actually pull up my Discord, Kusha. Give me a second. All right, and right over here, you guys can see I posted a screenshot from the seed chat on over to the Grove chat as well. And I've been talking about this all week, really, right? And over here, I was like, guys, FBTC is increasingly looking like the Link BTC top to me from the last DeFi cycle. And Kusha, what I was talking about over here was when Link BTC topped out in September 2020-ish, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't like the look of Link BTC over there either, but that kind of gave us the big clue that, you know what, the altcoins are going to be taking a cool off, at least a temporary downtrend, and we did see that.
That was a good catch by you, by the way. That was a very, very good catch by you.
Yeah,
Sean just kept saying, hey, you know what, this is looking a lot like Chainlink when it actually, hit its highs last year in the last, I think it was a DeFi cycle, right? That DeFi run. And he's like, watch out for Ethereum. And it's funny because that's when everyone was talking about Ethereum and how bullish Ethereum is. There's been a lot of noise on Ethereum off late.
Yeah, it's interesting because I was having the complete opposite feelings about Ethereum. While I was really bullish on Ethereum ever since the $300 mark, right? I was like, this is looking really good. And if you look at the BTC chart, around this region actually, since the COVID since the COVID time, ETH has outperformed Bitcoin. It's been trending against the Bitcoin pairing, right, towards the upside. But most recently, while the noise has been on Ethereum, I've been looking at the charts and saying, hey, wait a minute, this is looking weak against Bitcoin, right? And I'm not seeing that on Cardano. I'm not seeing that on the rest of the alts, but some major runners have actually started downtrending against Bitcoin, and that's something to note. And Kusha, I do have another screenshot over here where I marked out two possibilities, possibility B and possibility A. Now, possibility A was towards the downside, and that was what I was leaning towards happening because, again, it looked a lot similar to the Chainlink outcome, right? When Chainlink topped out against Bitcoin, and then altcoins had a massive pullback. And we saw that massive pullback again today. Actually, we're seeing it as we speak. But this time there's a little bit, not a little bit, there's a major difference. We are now we're in completely different market conditions. We're in the midst of a massive bull market. And because of that, while I think we may see some major pairings go on a downtrend against the Bitcoin pairing, I think the USD uptrends are going to remain intact. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. No, my thoughts are exactly the same. I think the USD uptrends are going to remain intact. It's just that I feel the Bitcoin charts, the Bitcoin pairings, they're likely going to end up running in a bit of, these really short, tiny cycles.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what I personally will be expecting. But you know what? Ethereum is looking weaker than Cardano right now relative to Bitcoin. But we may end up putting in, who knows, right? We may end up putting in a higher low on ETH-BTC.
Well said there, Kusha.
I'm looking for, yeah, exactly. So I'm looking for a bit of a consolidation here, possibly a consolidation, but I'm looking for Ethereum ETH-BTC at the very least to maintain its higher low structure.
So over here, right, Kusha, when I'm pointing out scenario B, that's essentially what that's the essence of Mango, right? We always go with the idea of, hey, who knows? We don't know. We just follow if this then that, and this is the perfect example of an if this then that scenario. If we take back the daily dynamic over here, I will start getting aggressive on the theme again, and I will start reallocating my Bitcoin to Ethereum, right? But until we do that, who knows? The probability as of right now, the probability, guys, not the certainty, is that Ethereum is looking weaker to Bitcoin, and we may see this downtrend continue further. Ethereum may pick up at any time and start outperforming Bitcoin. And when it does do that, we have a clear signal, clear line on the sand, clear line on the chart actually, to tell us, what do you know, guys? It's time to get back into Ethereum. As of right now, the dynamic Kusha, not confirmed yet. We'll switch back on over to the charts actually, because I just realized we were showing the Discord this entire time. Okay, right over there. Dynamic is now flipping red. It's not confirmed yet. We'll know tomorrow for sure, but as of right now, not looking good. Had a really ugly daily candle close, Krisha. Right, we close underneath the 37,000 Satoshi level.
I agree.
Looks like we're retesting it. If we retake it, it's gonna look good, but this looks like a bear flag breakdown. Uptrend broken as well. We've taken out a major low at 36,000 Satoshi, Krisha. You see that low from 29th of Jan? We took that out too.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think this is looking weak here. I mean, the fact that we've lost the daily structure as well. This looks like it wants to break down further.
Yep.
Possibly, maybe we could see 32.032 sats.
Yeah, I know.
But it's looking weak here.
Yeah, I see that. I see that as a scenario. Let's quickly take a look at ADA BTC just to show a comparison. Again, ADA BTC holding the daily dynamic, getting bought back. Ethereum BTC, on the other hand, while we are seeing a buyback, it's nowhere near as strong, right? It's like it's grinding, it's trying, and just not seeing the upthrust. Let's take a look at BTC on the weekly, Kusha, just before we go on over to the USD. And oh, it does look like we lost a major horizontal on the weekly as well. Yeah. You're seeing that, right? At 38,500 Satoshi. Holding the 36,000 Satoshi level, I see that right over here. So it's not again, BTC still has the dynamic coming underneath it as well, but again, I'm just not liking it as much as I like the other charts right now. I'd rather be in Bitcoin, rather be in Cardano. Okay, so Kusha, is there anything else you want to talk about in terms of Ethereum? Before we can look at ETHUSD, I guess, right? We probably should.
ETHUSD is actually looking good. I looked at the chart earlier today, and I think ETHUSD, like we just mentioned, right? We're going to be expecting the USD pairings to hold their uptrends.
Yeah.
But what does that essentially tell us? What does that essentially tell us? I mean, we're expecting ETHUSD to hold its uptrend, but simultaneously, we're telling you guys that, hey, ETHBTC is looking weak. What this is telling me personally is that, hey, there's a good chance that Bitcoin is likely going to be the stronger sort of asset between Bitcoin and Ethereum. So Bitcoin is likely going to trend harder.
Yeah, and it's all about trying to optimize your allocation, optimize your profits, right? In the most easiest and stress-free way. And I've been trying to keep it as easy and stress-free as possible. And you guys are seeing how simple it is, right? The way I do it. Just, hey, of course, there are far more things that we look at overall to get a more holistic thesis. But then we narrow down our invalidation points to a very, very simple sentence. And Krisha, there's something interesting going on over here with ETHUSD. We're holding the daily dynamic. As you can see, we're holding both the blue dot and the green line over here, right? You see it on the daily?
Mm-hmm.
But we did take out a low over there at 1,678 Satoshi, which is really, really interesting. I want to see Ethereum show more strength. I want to see this USD pairing now start closing daily candles above 1851, right? So 1,850. I want to see daily candles close above there, because at the moment, ETH is not showing me that upthrust that I would like to see it have, especially on the Bitcoin pairing. I'm not seeing it, not seeing the punch. Okay, so that's ETHUSD, guys, holding its daily uptrend on the USD pairings, just like we talked about. We're in the midst of a bull market. While the Bitcoin pairings may look a little ugly, may actually go into a downtrend, the USD pairings will likely hold their good look. All right, Krishan, now BTC USD. I'm going to let you start off with this one.
Okie dokie, lemon smoky. BTC USD, where are you on my list? Bitcoin is looking good. Bitcoin is looking really good. So essentially, guys, what I was looking for, okay, was for Bitcoin to hold at the very least 45,300-ish, okay, to be like super exact, which is essentially the daily Mango dynamic. Okay, for as long as we held that region, I am looking for a little more upside on Bitcoin. If we start losing that region, then I do believe we're likely going to start testing the highs of the previous consolidation, right? That came in at around 41K. 40, 41K.
Yep,
So I'll
yep.
be looking for continuation to at the very least those regions. But so far, I think, I mean, Bitcoin's close was pretty decent.
Yeah, and even at the moment, you're seeing it defend yesterday's open, right? You're seeing
Yeah.
so yeah, Bitcoin did give everybody a Valentine's Day surprise in pushing up on a Sunday. It looked like it was breaking out past that $50,000 level, touching almost 50,000. Everybody expecting continuation. Further, we unfortunately did not get that, but hey, in my eyes, this still looks extremely good, especially when you switch on over to the weekly picture, Krisha. Just look
Mhm.
at that. It's just, oh my god.
It looks
This,
it looks
yeah,
great.
more than great. Like, looks like it wants to see continuation. It may take a couple of days, maybe more than a few days actually. But again, ever, ever since we retook this dynamic right over here, it's been just in a beautiful uptrend. So Kusha, the dynamics coming down at 35,000 to around 34,000. So until we actually lose that, I'm going to be staying macro bullish on Bitcoin. So that's how I've been playing it, guys. Now, you guys might have a different thesis on a different coin to stay macro bullish on. You guys might be looking at Ethereum to stay macro bullish on, right? In that case, guys, don't let my bearishness on Ethereum affect you. Because remember, my bearishness on Ethereum is compared to Bitcoin. I'm comparing it to what it's doing against Bitcoin. I want it to outperform Bitcoin. If it's not doing that, I'm not as interested in it, right? Now, if you guys have a longer term macro bull view on Ethereum and not concerned about Bitcoin, you guys can't let my analysis dissuade you, right? Because Ethereum at any point may turn around against Bitcoin, and on its USD pairing, it's looking fantastic. So again, I'm going to show ETHUSD on its weekly, and it looks fantastic. It has resistance overhead that I got from Krisha at 1860. It's not taking that out just yet. But Kusha, if we take out that at USD 1860, I think you said 2,100?
2,200.
2,200. All right, there you guys have it.
2,200.
But
But yeah.
as for Bitcoin, we're looking fantastic on the weekly, looking fantastic on the daily. If we lose 47,000 on the daily, I think we'll likely come and give the dynamic an official test. The 12-hour Kusha, look at that, and ooh, look at that. Testing it to the T. The 12-hour time frame on the dynamic, especially Kusha, has been getting it so well across so many
Yeah.
coins, across all coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, ADA. So perfect. Okay. Any closing thoughts, Kusha? Should we have we
No,
covered everything?
I think this sort of covers it because we're essentially here to tell them, what we're doing, what's our strategy, our thoughts on this recent pullback. And I mean, my thoughts is the USD pairings, I'm bullish on it. The
Mm-hmm.
Bitcoin pairings, I'll be assessing it, and I agree with Sean's thoughts of Cardano actually looking stronger than Ethereum relative to Bitcoin.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So again, guys, your job over here is not to copy paste what we are doing at Mango. Your job is to learn from the fundamental teachings over here and apply it to your thesis, to your style of trading, to your views in the market. So for example, you might be super bullish on Cardano long term and have no view whatsoever on Bitcoin, right? That's fine. So now with what you learned today, you can be like, okay, I don't need to take profits in Cardano. I'm bullish long term, but hey, I can take profits on Bitcoin or Ethereum instead and apply it, use those profits to strengthen my Cardano position, right? Now again, this is not financial advice. I'm just giving you guys an example of what you could do based on what you've learned from today's video. But yeah, with that, guys, do it the Mango way, do it the stress-free way, do it the easy way. My name is Sean Dexter.
And we'll see you guys soon. Ciao.
Ciao, guys.